Welcome, everybody, to this presentation of Document Output AL Extension Builder. My name is Daniel Stello. I'm the Solution Specialist for Document Output. And with me today, I have Sven Birk Hansen, who is the lead developer of Document Output, and he is also the one who will show you the ins and outs of the AL Extension Builder. But before we begin, I would like to introduce you to the agenda. And we will start out by having a look at the team and who we are and what we do. And I will also run through some of the Document Output benefits and why we have decided to build this extension builder and what we expect you to get out of it once you start using it. And we will then end up with a live demo, which Sven is going to take care of and finish up later for Q&A if we still have time left. All right, so let's start out with the Document Output team. Sven Birk Hansen and Sebastian are the development team, and we have Geert, who is the solution manager, and myself as the solution specialist. And then we have a host of daily heroes that are the support team, which are the ones helping you on the daily basis. Michael, Balint, Guy, Kai, Fabrice, and Peter. So Document Output, for those of you that don't know it yet, is an email tool that will help you automate email sending, and it will also manage and handle variants of different emails and email contents. And also it allows you to highly customize your email content. And what it typically, how it typically works is that you will have a report document from Business Central, and that is picked up by Document Output, and Output will then run through the settings of the templates and of the recipient preferences and amend those to the actual email and send it out. Or it will send it as an e-invoice in the case that e-invoices need to be sent, or to print. And this is both to customers and vendors. So the report type is completely open, and you can use your own custom report as well, which is part of why we have added this nifty tool of an AL extension builder. So what the template does is that it pulls in the data via merge fields, and also adds whatever text you need to have in the body of the email. And you can build these pretty much as you wish. And you can even pull in sub templates with even more data that will all add up to a message that would look something like this as an example. And the final result will then be completely to the way that you've customized it for the specific recipient. And this is handled automatically and applied automatically by Document Output. It also allows you to vary the content of your emails. So say you have different customer groups and languages that you need to send to. You will be able to use the same template for the specific report, in this case, an invoice, with different content. In the examples here, the German large account and English large account with different content. And it will apply automatically in accordance to the filters that have been set up in the template. And you can build these in as many variants as you would like, and they will all be automatically applied as soon as there is a hit on the filters that you have used, in this case, the customer group and the language. On top of that, it will even be possible to have Document Output handle all the sending automatically in the background. So no interruptions of the Business Central system at all. It's quite easy to use. Setting up jobs is nothing but just selecting the template that is linked to the report that you want to have to send out, and maybe even add some filters for selecting the correct state, and then decide on the schedule in which you want jobs to run. And this all happens in the background, and you can now set it up in a matter of few minutes. So why did we build the extension builder? And that is because many of you build custom extensions, either aimed at the industry verticals, like hospitality, food and beverage, and so on, or functional internal HR, payroll, maybe warehousing or marketing. And these extensions will often need to send out emails. But instead of juggling with either building your own functionality or trying to find ways to get standard to work in the right direction, it is now possible to stitch document output onto your custom extension and then have access to all the functionality there, which is the email templates and handling of variants, automation, setting up recipient profiles, and of course the logging functionality, which is also important. And there are many more things that the document output can also offer. I will not go into detail with that today. Those will be covered in other webinars, which you are more than welcome to join on a later date. Otherwise, please visit our YouTube channel for more in-depth details on document output. Read through our Continia docs, or even take the Learn path, which will be coming up soon on Continia Learn. So for now, I think it's time for the live demo and how to actually use the tool that will stitch document output to your custom extensions. All right, Sven, it's all yours.
Hello, Sven, and I'm a developer. The extension builder is also meant for developers. You do have to download the AL code, and you have to compile and so on. So some consultants will be able to use it as well, I guess, but it's mostly for developers. So let's dig into it. So I'm demoing in Business Central 23. I do not exactly have a vertical industry solution, but we have, for this purpose, made a very small solution that doesn't work, but can be used for demo purpose. So in this rental management that we made, we have a rental header, and we have a rental line, and then we have pages so we can do a rental order. So if I go back to Business Central and search for the rental order, I here have a list view of my rental orders, and I can go into a rental order and see the lines. I have a single report, so I can preview the report, and it's very simple. It just shows the name of the customer. As I said before, this is just for demo purpose, so it's not a big solution, but it's useful for this one. As you can see, I have no way of sending emails, sending the rental order as an email. To be able to do that, I will go to document output, and I'll go to email templates and create a new template. Because now we need a template for the rental order. I will select the report ID, which is the rental order. I will select the table used for rentals, so that's I don't know if, so this is the rental header I'm using. And I'm just going to make this template usable. It's not like I'm going to make 20 merge fields or something like that, but I am going to make a couple. So merge field 1 could be number. Sorry, there's of course something wrong. Merge fields. Why do I not get a table? Sorry. That came, so number and get from field will be number, and a second merge field would be name, and I'm going to select the the cell to customer name. So now I had just two merge fields, the order number and the name of the cell to customer. I also have to specify who is the recipients of this email. So I'm going to specify that as well. And I am going to choose the cell to customer number. This means that I'm using this recipient table. I could also make a priority 2 and say that on the rental header, I have the cell to customer number. So when I click next, I will go to the related table customer and then find the mail address, which is 102. So I'll just click finish. So this will then use the email address from the cell to customer number. So yes, let's go back. The last thing I need is an template, email template. So this is going to be rental order %1.pdf. And I need this HTML template as well, rental order %1, dear %2. This is your rental order. Save. I'm not going to make a lot of text and stuff like that. That's of course up to you and the customer to do that. So now I at least have a template for my rental order. So now I can go and make my extension to use this. So I'm going to document output, setup, and then I have my document output extensions. And I'm going to make a new extension. It will give me an ABI ID automatically. So I'm just going to say this is a DO extension for rental order. A publisher version, object ID range. It will suggest you an object ID range, and in this case, it's fine. I am going to have a developer service port. I'm running this locally. So if I go to my rental management here and go to my launch JSON, I can see the port is 7269. So I can now go back here and say 7269, like that. Then I have to specify my dependency app. And in this case, it's the rental management app. So I'm going back here, taking my app JSON, taking the ID from my rental management, and just going to fill it in here. The app name is rental management. App publisher is app version is 1.0.0.0, like that. So now it knows that I'm dependent on my rental management. Now I have to specify what template is used with this app. So this is the rental order. It then suggests me a ID for my fact box. So this is my rental order fact box. And the first table in the report is 53,000. So then I need to specify, if I go back to, let me go back to the rental. Orders. So I want to extend this page with a fact box for sending and also with a log. And so this is a list page, and then I have the page, the card page as well, that I also want to extend with document output. So going back to the extension. This one. I need to specify the page numbers for those two. And I know that's 53,000. Let's wait, see. Sometimes Business Central takes the time to find objects, but that's okay. So I want a rental order fact box, and I want it for the rental order template. And I want that for the list page as well. This one. And that's also the rental order. And as you can see here, I can click and say I want the action fact box, where you can see who is the recipient, and you have the options to send the email, and then you have the log fact box as well. So now I'm able to basically just download the app. So I'm going to click here, download app. You'll download a zip file with the app. So I'm going to open the zip file and copy this to a folder. So now I have a folder with my app. I am just going to open this folder. And as you can see, I will get a lot of errors because I don't have my symbols. So I'm going to, and now I'm probably losing some of you if you're not a developer, but you do need to download the symbols to be able to make an extension. So now it's without any problems. And let's just go through what it's done. It's made a table extension, so it extends the rental header, and it extended with a function for open email, for sending email, queuing the email, printing the PDF, and saving the PDF. So basically, the default document output functions we have. And the reason for extending the table is that this way you can easily, in your code as well, send or whatever, open email, queue the email, and so on from your code. We have two page extensions. one to extend the rental order, and one to extend the rental orders, which is the list page. We have a page, which is the fact box, where we have all the actions about open email, send email, and so on. And the last one is a subscriber, so that we can automate this with email jobs. So let's try and run this. So it's now published to. So if I go into rental orders, I can now see that I have a document output fact box here. I have a document output log. I got a document output menu up here where I can open and so on. And the same goes for the page or the card. I have the document output here and the log here as well. So we can now try and open email. And as you can see, I get my template. I filled it out with my merge fields. So let's just try. And also I have the rental order. So if I click it here, it download it, and I can show it. And I should also be able to send it. Let's see if I go here. I already received it, so it works. But if I go back to this page and I just sent the email, I can see, well, the log doesn't work. If I go back to my app here and find my extension for the rental orders, I can see that the link on the log here, the log fact box, is a table number, which is rental header, and then it has a primary key field 1 value is 0, and the second one is the order number. 0 is quote, so I need to change this to 1, and I need to do that as well on this one. And now I'm just going to publish it again. So if I open my rental orders again, I now can see that the mails I sent from this rental order is also showing up in the log. So this basically just means that, well, it can handle a lot of the code for you, but you do need to test it. And then, as in this case, where I have a rental header where I have 2 primary keys, it does not exactly know what to do. So you have to, in this case, change the 0 to the 1, and then the app will work. The last thing I'm going to demonstrate is, let's see, go back. And if I go to document output and the extension and take the rental order, I also have a field here, add merge field value finder code unit. If I select this and download the app, I'll see I also get a code unit that's called my merge field value finder. I'm going to copy this and paste it into my demo app folder like this. Go back here, and I have my code unit, my merge field value finder. And this is basically just a sample of how you could do your own code unit for finding values to merge fields. So this is normally in the merge fields, as we just had the 2 merge fields. As long as you're finding simple values from tables, no problem. But if you need to find something more difficult, then you can have this code unit to find a value for you. And then you can specify that code unit in the merge fields. Let's go back to merge fields. And set up email template, and I'm just going to open one of the standard sales order and merge fields, and then you will be able to see that we also uses a code unit for that. So here you create your own code unit for finding values for your merge fields. That's pretty much it, what document output extensions can build for you at the moment. We will be looking into making more things in the future, but at least this is a start for you to making to extend your verticals with document output extension. I don't know, Daniel, do we have Q&A or?
Well, we do have time for questions. If anyone has questions, we've already had a couple in the chat. They have been replied to. But if there are anyone out there with a question that you would like to ask, please do so either in the chat or raise your hand.
Well,
and I can open the mic.
In the chat, they ask, is it possible to create an extension for bulk send like unhandled? Yeah. And I am thinking about making that as a possibility for the next version of this document output extension, that it actually makes an unhandled page for you as well. But at the moment, we cannot make an unhandled page.
Now, any further questions out there?
What about for pages that are like worksheets? I haven't tried that, but I don't think it should be any problem doing that. Not on the top of my head, it should not be a problem doing it for worksheets.
There was also a question, can we see the setup for the employee?
Yeah. The employee is just a simple where I wanted to, on the employees, we don't have document output at the moment. So I just made a extension for that. And then it extends the employee, let me see, employee card and the employee list. And it basically just opens so you can send an email for the employee. If I go back here and so on the employees, there's now a document output fact box where you can send and open emails for the employee. So it's basically just to show you that you can make extensions for whatever you want it to. Is it possible to attach text file to email instead of document? It's possible. There is an event you can listen to. It's called on attach files to email. If you listen to that event, you can attach pretty much what you like.
There's an additional question on the employee thing with the, does it extend to the payment journal page? Yeah.
I think I would have to try that before I would say that you will get some of the code, but I do think you have to extend it quite some to make that work.
Okay, and I've got one more here from Andrea. Does the app read the email recipient from the custom table?
In this case, yes, that's what I specified on the template. On the template, well, doesn't mean, I don't know. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not doing that in this one. If I go back to rental order and my recipients, if I had, let's take new number 3. If I go to email address field, I start out on my rental header. And if I had an email address on my rental header, I could do that. If I have a relation from this table to another custom table, I can click on that and click next, and then I'll go to that custom table and then, for example, find an email address on that table. So yes, I can find the email address from pretty much any table I want.
All right. Yeah, I think we exhausted the questions so far. So last chance, anybody? Otherwise, I would like to thank every one of you who attended. It was nice seeing so many of you. And I hope to hear from you in one way or another, asking more questions about the AL extension build. Hopefully we will see you get lots of good use of it. But yeah, from my side, have a pleasant day or evening, depending on where on the planet you are right now. And I'll see you next time.